Hey guys, welcome back. A little different setting. I hope it's focusing on me. I'm using my Sony Bloggy camera. My laptop, I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi in my home, but for some reason my Wi-Fi back here just stinks. And I don't know why. And yes, I'm in my pajamas. Sorry, yeah. I'm a little hot. Ooh, I don't want to show too much. So I'm gonna start vlogging. I started today and I'm brand new to this, so I'm trying to figure out how to cut and paste videos together because I chopped it up during the day. So I gotta figure out how to put it all together and like do like a open and end cap and all that good stuff. So I'm learning, so be patient with me. I'm here to do my daily devotional, which is from the Hugs Daily Inspiration for Women. Really good book, love it. So today is August 11th, and the title is The Fountain of Youth, and it's from Proverbs 20, verse 29, from the Message Bible, and it reads, "Youth may be admired for vigor, but gray hair gives prestige to old age." Well, then I'm prestigious. The story is, she made her debut on a Brooklyn stage in 1901 and performed regularly for the next 70 years. She often played a woman of questionable virtue, but her talent for self-promotion was never in question. Her name was Mae West, the woman who said, "You're never too old to become a little younger." And she was right. A youthful attitude is the closest thing yet found to the fountain of youth. So if your life is becoming a little too serious, maybe it's time to lighten up, to have a little more fun, and to think a little bit more like a kid. Whether you're 17, 70, or 107, you're never too old to think young. And there's a quote here by Emily Dickinson that reads, "We turn not older with years, but newer every day." Wow. You know, it's so funny because it's almost like every day that I read these, there's always an anecdote from my life that I can interject. And it's funny because my daughter, who is now learning makeup and watching Bunny, Graveyard Girl on here, as well as Samantha Sherman, and I'm trying to remember who else she was watching the other day. She was watching somebody else. Anyway, she's learning about makeup, and she used to, up until recently, would say to me, "Why do you wear makeup, Mommy? You're pretty without it." And it's, you know, like this really sweet, endearing thing, and you're just, yeah, because I'm trying to cover up some of my flaws. But speaking of innocence of a child, my daughter didn't know any better. Like, she was like, that was an honest heart looking at me saying, "You don't have to cover up anything, you're beautiful." So now that she's starting to like makeup, you know, I told her she could wear a little bit of lip gloss. And when I mean lip gloss, here, let me show you some ideas of what I let her get away with. Like this, this is by LA Colors, it's called Just Kissed. This one, I have no idea who it's by, but it's just a real pretty, neutral, glittery kind of colors, like that. On her eyes, like, she can wear, if I can't even open it, you know, like, it's baked sands from, Physicians Formula. You know, she can wear stuff like that. I don't let her wear blush, because she's naturally rosy-cheeked, but just neutral colors. I don't mind that. She's 11, she needs to kind of, you know, learn these things. But age is all in the way you look at it. That's something I learned, like when I was turning 40, and I saw this in a friend who's turning 40 this year. She was like, "Oh no, I'm turning 40, the big 4-0, 4-0. And I was like, you know, I thought the same way. Like, I thought, what a big deal. Oh my gosh, I'm turning 40 in like 10 years. I'm halfway, like, I'm halfway dead. And it was like amazing to me that I thought that, because I turned 40 and then I turned 41, and I'm like, but yet, funny story, because this kind of all goes hand in hand. When I went to my cousin's wedding 2 weeks ago, she had us seated, if I can even speak right, with my cousin Jeannie and her husband Kevin, and their 2 kids, Kristin and Jen Kate, and then my cousin, who her and her husband weren't able to make it, but their 3 kids were, Katie, Michael, and Christopher, and they had us seated with them. Well, Jeannie and Kevin went over to sit with the elders, and we were there with the young kids, and they're all in their mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s. And I was like, when everybody left, like when Jeannie and Kevin left, I looked over at my husband like, oh, this should be entertaining in the finest. And you know what? I had no offense to Kevin and Jeannie whatsoever. I absolutely adore them. But mentally, I'm still like 22 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still, like, I'm mature and everything, but when I get kind of goofy and silly, I kind of, you know, I get up there and I dance and it was, anyway, we had an amazing time with the youngins, and I still joke with my one cousin, Katie, because she just turned 21, so you can imagine. But it's so funny because we had such a blast with her, and the big joke was, I'm watching you and I'm going to tell your mom and dad what you're doing, and she was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to tell her what you were doing, you know, so it was just funny. But it's all in a state of mental. If you feel old mentally, you're going to act old. And if you feel young, you're going to act younger. And it's just a number, and we get so hung up on it. And, you know, Moses was around how many years, you know, and I think that the key to everything is put God first. You know, if you believe in God, put Him first and in the center of everything. Eat well, exercise, take care of yourselves, and the rest of it's all just, you know, how it is. You know, I have not been taking very good care of myself. I woke up, it was so funny, I woke up this morning, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get back into eating healthy. And I had my oatmeal, my 1 packet of oatmeal. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have that. And I made it with water instead of milk, and I had my chia seeds in it, and I had a glass of water and my cappuccino, and I was ready for the day. And about an hour and a half later, I was like, I'm hungry. So I had the sugar wafers. Yeah, instead of having like 4, I had 10-ish. And then like an hour later, my husband made hash browns, so I had 3 of those. And it was like, by 2 o'clock, I'm like, I'm such a fat pig. I really shouldn't say that because my metabolism has really boosted up. I've only gained 2 pounds in like 3 weeks. Not horrible, but not bad either. You know, so it's like, not horrible, not terrible, not great. Not great, but not horrible either is what I'm trying to say. So, this Monday, I just spoke to one of my best friends, one of my other besties, and she walks every day. She has aplastic anemia, and this girl, nothing stops her. She's like such a motivation for me, such an inspiration. She is my hero. I've told her this a million times, so this is nothing new for her to hear. But we are starting to walk together. Right now, we're just planning on a Monday at 9 a.m., but it could go every day. And then I'm trying to get a small group of ladies from my church together to meet at different parks and walk 2 times a week, like Tuesday and Thursday, and have like a small prayer time together and just bond as women in Christ. And yeah, so I'm praying for that as well. Anyway, this video is probably completely longer than it was ever supposed to be, but on my lips, because I don't know if somebody's going to ask. It's the NYX matte lipstick in natural. It is such a very pretty color. Just kind of like a darker nudie pink. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't really have much scent. I do love it. I think it's a very pretty color, but I'm not sold on the formula. It's just a little more drying than I like. And usually, if I can find my mirror, usually this pretty color that I showed you guys earlier, which, like I said, I don't even know where I got this from, but I love it. I'll usually do this. Just because it gives a little bit of shine and shimmer to it. So, anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'm sorry this was such a random video. I'm going to try to do some more vlogs and follow me around type things. So look forward to those, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!